Today, we're diving into the wisdom of one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. We'll explore his top 10 rules for success, which cover everything from finding your passion to living a life of purpose. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, an investor, or just looking for some life advice, these rules are sure to inspire and guide you. So, let's get started. Rule 1. Find your passion.
But if you start off with that principle you just enunciated, there are probably some other similar principles that you'll have that we would also agree with. There's nothing like following your passion. I mean, I love what I do, obviously, and I've loved it the whole time I've done it. Charlie is the same way. We have managers, they come, some of them went to business school, some of them didn't, they're all types. But the common factor in them, and they're successful, the common factor is they love what they do, and you've got to find that in life. And some people are very lucky in finding it very early. I was dumb luck that my father happened to be in the securities business, so when I would go to his office, there were a lot of books to read, and I got entranced with that. But if he'd been in some other occupation, I think I would have read those books eventually, but it would have been a lot later. So if you find something that turns you on, my guess is you're going to do very well in it. And the beauty of it is, in a sense, there's not that much competition. I mean, there are not a lot of people out there that are going to be running faster than you in the race that you elect to get into. And if you haven't found it yet, you may well have found it. But if you haven't found it yet, you've got to keep looking.
Warren Buffett says he was incredibly fortunate to discover his passion for investing at a young age. He emphasizes that finding a job you are passionate about will make you much happier and more successful in the long run. When you love what you do, work feels less like a chore and more like a fulfilling journey. Passion fuels perseverance. When challenges arise, your passion will keep you motivated and focused on your goals. It's not just about financial success. It's about enjoying the process and feeling satisfied with your achievements. So, take time to explore different fields, try new things, and pay attention to what excites you the most. Rule 2. Look for integrity, intelligence, and energy in the people you hire.
It takes three qualities, essentially, to do well, and extremely well, actually, in this country. It takes intelligence, it takes energy, and it takes integrity. And integrity is absolutely an option. You may not be able to throw a football 60 yards, and you may not be able to run the 100 in 9.8. You may not be able to sink three-pointers but you can choose where you stand on the integrity scale. You weren't born wired one way or the other. That is an absolute choice.
Buffett states he would never hire someone who lacks integrity, even if they are intelligent and energetic. Integrity, he believes, is the most crucial quality because without honesty, a person will eventually harm your business. Integrity builds trust, which is the foundation of any successful business relationship. Intelligent and energetic individuals can drive innovation and growth, but if they are not honest, their decisions and actions could lead to significant setbacks. Therefore, prioritize hiring people who are not only skilled and enthusiastic, but also trustworthy and ethical. Rule 3. Stay within your circle of competence.
Yeah, well, you're right. It is much more competitive now than when I started. And when I started, I literally could take the Moody's Industrial Manual, the Moody's Banks and Financial Manual, and I could go through page by page and at least run my eyes over every company and think about which ones I might think more about. It's important. I would just do a whole lot of reading. I'd try and learn as much as I could about as many businesses, and I would try to figure out which ones I really had some important knowledge and understanding that was probably different than overwhelmingly most of my competitors. And I would also try and figure out which ones I didn't understand, and I would focus on having as big a circle as I could have, and also focus on being as realistic as I could about where
The third rule is to stay within your circle of competence. Buffett advises that you should only invest in businesses that you understand. There are many things he doesn't know, and he simply avoids those areas. Knowing your limits is crucial in decision-making. When you stick to what you know best, you can make more informed and confident decisions. This approach reduces risks and increases the likelihood of success. So, focus on your strengths and continuously expand your knowledge within your area of expertise. Rule 4. Read a lot.
I just read and read and read. I probably read 5 to 6 hours a day. I don't read as fast now as when I was younger, but I read 5 daily newspapers. I read a fair number of magazines. I read 10Ks. I read annual reports, and I read a lot of other things too. So I've always enjoyed reading. I love reading biographies, for example.
Buffett spends 5 to 6 hours a day reading newspapers, magazines, annual reports, and anything else he can get his hands on. He believes that reading is essential for learning and growing as an investor. Reading broadens your perspective and keeps you informed about various trends, opportunities, and potential threats. It's a habit that nurtures continuous learning and improvement. So, make reading a daily routine and choose materials that enhance your knowledge and understanding of your field. Rule 5. Have a margin of safety.
I'd like to ask you, when you assess a business and derive its intrinsic value, how do you estimate the future growth of the business, and how do you decide what margin of safety to use? Thank you.
Is the future growth in what, Charlie?
Well, I have difficulty understanding that question fully. He's talking about how do we combine our estimates of future growth with our passion for having a margin of safety. Surely you can handle that.
Well, I can certainly handle it as well as you can. Every time he laterals them off to me, he calls those audibles. You calculate, I think you take all of the variables and calculate them reasonably conservatively, but you don't try and put too much windage in at every level. And then when you get all through, you apply the margin of safety. So I would say don't focus too much on taking it on each variable in terms of the discount rate and the growth rate and so on, but try to be as realistic as you can on those numbers, but with any errors being on the conservative side. And then when you get all through, you apply the margin of safety.
Buffett cautions against investing in something too risky. He believes that you should always leave yourself a margin of safety to weather any storms that come your way. A margin of safety provides a buffer against unforeseen events and downturns. It's about being conservative in your estimates and allowing room for error. This principle applies not only to investing but also to life decisions. Always plan for the unexpected to safeguard your future. Rule 6. Build a moat around your business.
We think in terms of that moat and the ability to keep its width and its impossibility of being crossed as the primary criterion of a great business. And to our managers, we say we want the moat widened every year.
Buffett describes a moat as a competitive advantage that protects your business from competition. One of the best ways to build a moat is to be a low-cost producer. A strong moat ensures long-term success by making it difficult for competitors to erode your market share. It could be through cost leadership, unique products, strong brand, or superior customer service. Identify what sets your business apart and continuously strengthen that advantage. Rule 7. Restless and constantly improving. Buffett advises against being satisfied with the status quo. Always look for ways to improve your business and stay ahead of the competition. Restlessness drives innovation and growth. Complacency can lead to stagnation, while a mindset of constant improvement ensures you remain competitive and relevant. Keep challenging yourself and your team to find better solutions and seize new opportunities. Rule 8. Find a mentor.
It's really a pleasure for me to be able to talk to you about Ben Graham. I've had some lucky days in my life, but one of the luckiest was in 1949 when I was 19 years old in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I picked up a copy of The Intelligent Investor. It not only changed my investment philosophy, it really changed my whole life.
I'd be a different person in a different place if I hadn't have first seen that book. I got a bedrock of investment philosophy that really hasn't changed ever since I read the book. I may embellish on it.
Buffett credits much of his success to having Ben Graham as a mentor. Graham taught him invaluable lessons about investing and helped shape his investment philosophy. A mentor provides guidance, shares experiences, and offers a different perspective, which can accelerate your growth and success. Seek out mentors who have the expertise and qualities you admire, and learn from their insights and experiences. Rule 9. Give unconditional love.
You have given a lot of fabulous advice, but what's the best advice that you've ever received?
Well, I received it in a variety of forms, particularly from my father when I was very young. But I mean, he basically, I think, taught me how to live. Not that I did it perfectly or anything like that, but I mean, he was giving me lessons, but he wasn't doing it by preaching to me. He was doing it by example. But basically, well, the biggest lesson, in a sense, I got is the power of unconditional love. I mean, I think there is no power on earth like unconditional love. And I think that if you offer that to your child, I mean, you're 90% of the way home. And there may be days when you don't feel like it. It's not uncritical love. That's a different animal. But to know you always can come back. I mean, that is huge in life. That takes you a long, long way. And I would say that every parent out there that can extend that to their child at a very young age, it's going to make for a better human being.
And you felt like you got that kind of unconditional love from your dad?
I absolutely did, yeah.
That is a powerful thing.
It is a powerful thing.
The 9th rule is to give unconditional love to your children. Buffett believes that unconditional love is the most powerful force on earth. It helps children become better human beings. Unconditional love fosters confidence, security, and emotional well-being in children. It provides them with a solid foundation to explore, learn, and grow into compassionate and responsible adults. Show them love and support, and they'll be better equipped to navigate life's challenges. Rule 10. Live a life of purpose. Buffett emphasizes the importance of finding something you are passionate about and dedicating your life to it. A life of purpose, he believes, is a life well lived. Living with purpose gives your life direction and meaning. It's about aligning your actions with your values and passions, leading to a fulfilling and satisfying life. Discover what truly matters to you and pursue it with dedication and enthusiasm. And there you have it, Warren Buffett's top 10 rules for success. These principles have guided him to incredible heights and can do the same for you. Remember, it's not just about financial success, but finding fulfillment and purpose in what you do. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and let us know in the comments which rule resonated the most with you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay inspired and keep striving for greatness.